So let's be honest, my good friends. Turning 40, I think it starts hitting very differently when you have actually turned 40. The reality is that you have worked extremely hard, maybe to buy the house that you have at the moment, and maybe you actually have two of them. And you've got other responsibilities, and that is kids, probably they're in their teens now. You still have a whole lot of bills to pay. And you are seeing the reality of your parents now because they are on SASA. And you are trying to figure out how best can I navigate this. And now you are wanting to really focus on how can my money work hard for me? And maybe even your parents, they're not even on SASA, or they are on SASA and still being dependent on you as well. And you got some of your siblings that are not even playing their part, and it's all on you. Well, there is other ways to work around this. Today, I am going to be focusing around some of the mistakes or some of the many mistakes that men who are within our age group, within the 40s, are doing over and over again. How do I know this? Because they come to me for solutions. And I am no different because I'm also within my 40s and I am trying to figure it out. And but the difference here with many a men is that I am just two steps ahead, so I can be able to help those that are a step behind me. So let's jump on into it. I'm going to give you a number of mistakes, and we'll focus on one of them, and I'll give you a solution to it. What's the point of talking about mistakes when I'm not giving you the answers? If we are meeting for the first time, my name is TJ, your host, and I'm a former banker and founder here at the TJ Tribe. And I do business with a focus in student accommodation, flips, which is buy and sell, and coaching, with the hope that all of us, as young, upcoming modern parents, we can be able to have passive income from real estate. Welcome to the channel. The first biggest mistake that I see, and I saw this with someone else that is now very close to me, and it is the idea of buying emotionally. Oh, Lord. Right. The first mistake is simple. You are buying with your heart instead of your calculator. Calculators, they are now everywhere. Even on your phone, they are there. You can be able to grab them at any given time. Once you're at the property, your PC has a calculator. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to calculate this. But what happens is that you go out there and you see a beautiful unity in Sandton, or maybe it's even in Cape Town. I want to retire in Cape Town, TJ. I hear that a lot. Or maybe it's even Jeffreys Bay or any of these other coastal towns. And so you say, but, or some people say, my wife TJ will love this one. I went through with my wife, and my wife says, this is the right one. So it was an emotional buy. Nobody did the numbers. But my good friends, real estate is a numbers game, no emotions. So let's remove emotions. It's a numbers game. If it doesn't cash flow, I'm going to say this up front, it's not an investment. That's our way here at the TJ Tribe. So if you are wanting to be on the TJ Tribe and following our ways, it's the simple thing. It's a liability with curtains. That's how we look at it. So how do you fix it? It's pretty simple how you fix it. Always run the numbers. Rental income minus levies if you're buying it in a complex. If no levies, minus rates and taxes, minus insurance, minus the bond repayment. Are you making money? You can do that on a napkin. You can even do it. Your metric child can even do that. The maths for you, right? So if you're paying in every month, you're subsidizing your tenant, that's number one. And that's not a passive income. That is a side expense, more like a side chick that you do not want anymore. I'm just saying. Okay. My name is TJ. I'm here to help. Let's go to mistake number two. Mistake number two is not checking in the yield. Oh, I get highly upset. And I've started seeing a lot of developers that now prey on you guys who don't understand yields. Okay, maybe let me not go there. Many people brag about owning properties. You hear them on the braais. Rugby and cricket, we've been winning quite a lot. So there's just been a lot of more braais around, but never actually calculate what is called the rental yield. TJ, what is the rental yield? Let me explain it to you. Yield is the profit as in percentage of what you have paid for. So if you leave, like, let's say 100,000 on in a property, if you calculate that, what's being left on the profit, and then you calculate that in percentage, that basically means that that's the yield that you're going to get. There's two types of yields. Many of you get sold on the one, which we should never talk about. If you are paying rent, let's say, you're receiving rent, right, of, let's say, 8,000, and on a monthly basis, and your property costed you R1 million. So you paid R1 million. So your gross yield, I'm going to say that again, your gross yield would look something like a 9.8%. So you are sold on that. And then everybody's like, yay, that's a good investment. Yeah. Wait, but didn't you just say gross? But you are employed, you're a manager somewhere. You get a gross income of 2 million. Do you take 2 million home? No. How much do you take home? Net. 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 Right. So in real estate, we need also not to look for the gross. Okay, fine, we talk about it, but what's really important here is the net yield. So TJ, what is the net yield? Well, the income minus all these costs that we spoke about, and now you're sitting at this example that we give, a net yield of around about 4%. You are better off just leaving your money at African Bank or Investec or any of these other banks. They are giving around about 12%, 10% on a year long term. If you leave your 100,000 there, they might even give you 9%. So why are you getting 4%? It doesn't make sense. So you need to do an assessment, my good friends. Now, the rule of thumb. Remember, I said to you, I'll give you a fix. Whatever problem that mistake that we're going to raise, I am going to give you the fix. So what is the fix? The fix is that in South Africa, a good minimum net yield, I'm going to reinforce the word net yield, is around about 8% or better, right, in South Africa, especially with the current interest rates. Yes, you know that I get more than that, 15, 20% sometimes. Sometimes I even get what I call infinity returns. I leave no money, but I'm getting money. That's a topic for another day. Mistake number 3, buying in your personal name. Whew, I don't know. I stress this. I don't know how many times I've stressed this enough. This is a big one. Most people tend to buy their rental properties in their personal name, and I get it because it's easier to qualify for a bond. But it's the most expensive long-term mistake. I'm going to say that again. It's the most expensive long-term mistake that you can ever make, including the next generation as well. You are making that mistakes for them. So you get hit with higher tax on that rental income, higher capital gains when you eventually want to sell, and no protection if something happens to you. My good friends, that's why here at the TJ Tribe, we do not buy properties in personal names. No. Right. We advocate for companies, for CCs, if you do find them, for trusts. Those are the two big areas where we say you should be buying. Because we are not just buying, my good friends, for now, we are buying for the legacy. You are going to eat from these properties today, the profits, and tomorrow you want to leave it for the kids. Does it make sense? I hope so. Mistake number 4, ignoring location economics. That's a higher grade for us, eh? Okay, no problem. Don't worry. I'm here to debug it, make it simple. What does that mean, TJ? That's one of the other biggest one, especially with people that are like senior executives. Yeah, they're starting to test a bit of money. They go and buy 4 or 5 million rand properties. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not hating on everybody. I want you to be successful. That's why I come out here every three times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, to bring you educational videos. That's why I'm here. But I call upon the things that are not right. We are on this journey together. So this is the biggest one: ignoring location. So chasing the fancy areas. That's what most of us are doing. So we go for these areas instead of chasing a higher demand zones, right? So we want to be seen that we've got a property in four ways. If it's in Johannesburg, we want to be seen that we've bought a house in Kloof. We want all these other fancy neighborhoods, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but let's wait. You then have a tenant, and then you wait 3 4 5 months maybe without a tenant, or that tenant doesn't pay you. Meanwhile, someone else who is buying a property like in the inner city of Johannesburg, or somewhere else where it is close to industrial areas or close to any other activities, like let's say a university, or let's say a hospital, their rooms are full all the times. Well, for my good friends, it's all about cash flow, not glamour. Mm-mm. Glamour comes after. All right? Cash flow, then glamour. Now, what's the fix? The fix is simple. Look for places where people have to live. Even the city of Johannesburg, they've got a model that they've started to put together where they say work, play, stay. Yeah, something like that. So you need to have places where buy properties where people want to stay, where people want near transport. Follow the money. Follow the money. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Number 5, and this is also a very big one. But what is the mistake? Thinking you can do it alone. Whoa, right. I'm sure you've seen you like you are at an event, women will go to the loo together. Hello, let's go to the loo. They go to the loo. Women, they are like let's just say in a taxi or at the airport. Hello, how are you? La, la, la. They start talking together. It's like unnatural for them. Us men, oh, no. We like, yeah, no. So men, we are guilty of this one, thinking that we can do things alone. We think that asking for help makes us look weak. No, it's not, my good friends. Right? I want to say to you, my good friends, we do not even ask for help to do the numbers. We don't even ask for help to negotiate. We don't even ask to manage properties. We do it all by ourselves, even including fixing the geyser. It's a tap. You want to go and fix it by yourself. You don't want to pay someone else. My good friends, proper real estate investors, the number one skill that they have is they build teams. What are the teams going to do? Agents, lawyers, tax practitioners, mentors, and all of these people, they kind of like help them. So how do you fix that? I've just told you. You don't need to know everything. You need to know who knows everything. That's something that you can tweet. No, there's no longer tweet these days, X. Yeah, something that you can X. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to land the plane right now. Thank you for being here. And if this is of value to you, I'm going to ask of you that, number 1, always share the content with someone else. Like, hey, tell them this kid called TJ, he's spitting some fire here. And then number 2, I've just realized, we looked at our stats, that 50% of you are not subscribed here. So why are you not subscribed? Just hit the button there, hit subscribe. You hit that subscribe button. Hey, it will make me know that you are here and I can be able to put more effort into these things. So whilst I land the plane, whilst you're doing property investment, particularly in around your 40s, right? It's not about chasing the shiny deals. No, it's not. Because your years of waking up becoming less and less. So what is it about? It's about consistency, clarity, and cash flow, the 3 C's, right? What are the 3 C's? Consistency, clarity, and cash flow. What are the three C's? Consistency, clarity, and cash flow. If you're to do those things, my good friends, you are going to be sitting lacquer by the time you hit 60, 65. You might not even get there. Like I retired in my 30s, right? So I'm an unemployable right now, right? But my good friends, I want to reinforce this. Number one, start with what you have. That's a non-negotiable. Here, the TJ tribe. That's what we're always talking about. Two, learn before you leap, right? Three, build a community or start being in a community right here at the TJ tribe, learning. And never forget, every mistake that you are avoiding today, or every mistake you avoid today compounds into wealth tomorrow. Does it make sense? I hope it does make sense. I was reading the good news the other day, and it says something about wisdom. It says, "By wisdom, a house is built, and through understanding, it is established." So this information that I've given you today, it's nothing new to you. You already knew this. But it is the understanding that we lack, because if we understand it, we can apply it. So I am hoping that you have been able to build because you got the wisdom, and now you got the understanding because your brother TJ, Uncle TJ, has just been able to remind you, my good friends. The challenge that I leave with you today is build wisely, do not repeat what others regret. Hey, my good friend, I apologize that I had to break this hot conversation, but this is very important for us to have a conversation. You might be one of those parents who are beginning to figure out or trying to ask yourself the question, am I doing enough for my kids, or am I doing enough for my retirement? Or is my job that I am doing, climbing the corporate ladder and making all the sacrifices that you're doing right now, is it giving you enough? And I meet lots of parents that are asking themselves these questions. And the real question is that, is this really it? Well, my good friends, you are not alone. Many parents reach a point where they ask the questions, could there be other options? Could there be a better way to secure my future? And above that, is there a possible dream, or the dream of becoming financially freedom? Is it possible? Well, if you are asking yourself those questions, my good friends, you are at the right place. And the reason why I say you are at the right place is because I used to ask myself the same questions. I worked for all the banks that you can think of about here in South Africa. And I traveled throughout Africa, and I traveled throughout South Africa, making the bank great. However, this gave me so many skills. This gave me so many opportunities. And above that, I was able to take my kids to school. But here is the thing. I knew very well that this was not it. Whilst I was doing this, I started investing in real estate, as you all know, and you are here. And I started earning what is called alternative income. With that, I reached my financial goal 101, which was basically replacing my income. I did that at the age of 37. That was hallelujah, achieving financial freedom and retiring at the age of 37. Then what? Then I started building my business, which is now giving me a greater return. And I now spend more time also teaching other people like you. With my years of investing in real estate in different strategies, from buying blocks of flats to student accommodation to doing flips, I then created a 3-part course that we do throughout the year. And we do this 3 times in a year over a weekend, and we call this the Making Money Masterclass. With my years of investing in real estate, from buying blocks of flats to student accommodation and doing flips, I then created a masterclass, which is an ongoing masterclass, and this happens 3 times in a year. My good friends, these weekends are generally packed with real strategies, real examples, and real guidance from myself and a few of the other powerhouse teachers that we also work with that have done the same thing, obviously gaining financial freedom. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's not. And I'm not trying to preach to you to say you can come into this class and then you become rich very quickly. No, it's about learning how to build a solid, smart income through real estate. This is not some get rich quick pitch or for you to think, you can leave your job tomorrow. No. This is not that. And this is not also about reckless investments, and people just telling you, hey, you can go and do this. This is really about, my good friends, how to build a solid business, how to create smart income through real estate over a period of time. And if a guy like me can do it, I am sure you can be able to do it yourself. Now, if you are one of those people who are hardworking dads, or even you're a single mom, and you're thinking that you want to be able to give your kids more freedoms because you are available, and you can be able to create more choices, and you can leave a stronger foundations, then you belong into this room. We do this 3 times in a year, and it's just basically 3 weekends that you're setting yourself apart to come in and learn. And each learning, or each weekend, it has a different teacher, it has a different topic that we dive in. And if that is you, I want to invite you into that class for 997. It's not a lot of money. I'm sure you've spent more money in doing some stuff that you even regretted. But this time around, I'm saying for 997, you can change your game. You can start to do things differently, and potentially you can start to explore how real estate investments really works. And this can potentially be able to put you into a stepping stone towards your financial freedom. And my friend, this can create a peace of mind, and this is the life that you can design. It's not about us. We give you the work, we give you the guide, and together we can come in and we can do this. So my friends, your family deserves this. Your family deserves the best version of you, and this is out of all creating the freedom that we speak about, and you just thriving in your business, and above all, you being in control of your future. So I'm excited to see you at the next masterclass, and you can check out the link in terms of when is the next date. For 997, we'll see you in class. Until we see each other again here at the TJ Tribe on the next video,